Hey everybody, it's Danny here with Total Geek Live, and I've got Guy and Baltimore and Kaiser, and this is an edition of Trailer Trash with Disney's Mulan, the live action remake of that animated classic from
1998.
that year.
Yes, that
Year.
year.
That was a year.
Classic?
Sure
Animated
was.
classic?
It's yeah, I guess I don't know what is considered a classic. Is it 20 years? Is it 25 years? 30 years?
50,
What?
70, 80.
What? I mean, at some point it's an antique, right? So I don't know.
The
I don't know. But let's go ahead and let's see. I've got boop. There's the nope. That's not the movie trailer. Where's the movie trailer? There it is. Boop. All right, so I've got the movie trailer window up, and everybody's ready?
Ready.
Cool. Well, I'm going to hit play now.
He's banging coconuts.
We have excellent news. The
Excellent.
matchmaker has found you an auspicious match.
It is decided. Come and sit down. It is what is best for our family.
Yes. Our
Why
Brianna
so
to us.
serious?
It looks good. It's very colorful.
Yeah.
These are very pretty scenes.
Quiet. Composed.
I'm getting a crouching tiger, hidden dragon. vibe.
Graceful.
Very, very big vibe there.
Yeah, I could vibe that as well.
Disciplined. These are the qualities
Dang.
we see in a good wife. These are the qualities we see in Mulan.
that 2000s martial arts movie vibe that was like super popular for a few minutes there.
Right.
Funny.
Wow.
I love it. Oh, wait. It's not my turn.
Yeah, so we're going to go in order, and so we'll start out with Guy up here.
Hey. Honestly, I want to like just lay that out there. I love Mulan. I think the music's great. Definitely have the animated film. I love that whole era of like Disney animation renaissance, that golden age. Lion King, Aladdin. They just announced Little Mermaid. They've got Lady and the Tramp in the lineup. They're talking Lilo and Stitch. It's just, as a studio, if you take away Pixar and Lucasfilm and Marvel, become really creatively bankrupt on new ideas. As much as I love Mulan for the music, but I've been hearing that they aren't going to have like traditional songs in this, which and it doesn't look like they're going to have Mushu because this one does look like they're going to present it more as like a historical type piece, which I think is idea in itself. And like I said, it's everything else. The visuals look great. Just can't bring myself to support any of these animated to live action, and I just can't do it. I loved the first film, and I need it for me. I don't need to see it as might be on this one. That's just kind of where I am, unfortunately. I'm just remakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to kind of echo your thoughts. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I did love the original animated version of it that we saw in '98. And yes, I do hear that they're not actually doing the musical version of it, but just the historical like version play. And I feel, and this is the other thing. I was like, what are you doing, Disney? What is you? Some of your remakes are shot for shot, Jungle Book, Lion King, and then you have some that are just like enhanced by. You have the Dumbo, you have uh, Beauty and the Beast. Like those were kind of like enhanced, kind of some liberties taken from the story. So, are you doing shot for shot remakes? Are you doing inspired by remake? I don't get it. At the same time, I can still always enjoy the original version and be just fine and happy. Someone else can enjoy the new one and be over the moon. So, something for everybody, I guess. It does look very beautiful and interesting. I have not watched any of the remake movies that they put out in the last, 10 years or so. So I don't think I will be doing that for this either. But I hope people do enjoy it, I guess. I'm glad it's being told, I guess.
Oh, me?
Yes,
you.
You want to know what I think? I love it. I'm glad. I like Mulan okay. Actually, I bought the soundtrack, the I'll Make a Man Out of You, and For the Girl, or Get the Girl, what's that song? Anyway, but I'm glad that this is really more of a historical drama, more in kind of the wushu, wire fu, epic fantasy, like House of Flying Daggers or Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, kind of that sweeping epic hero or those type of movies. I love these type of movies, and I'm glad that they're focusing on that aspect and not the comical, cartoony and telling the story. It's a great story. It's a timeless tale, and seeing it portrayed in this manner is. I'm gonna be there. I'll be there opening week. Didn't even bother to see Aladdin. I caught Beauty and the Beast on a whim, Jungle Book on a whim. I am stoked for Lion King, but just it looks. It's more of a curiosity than oh my god, I gotta see that. This is oh my god, I gotta see this level. So B's like, what are you guys doing? Are you doing shot for shot? Are you doing this with some liberties? Are you doing, they're going to do whatever makes the most money and then start leaning towards that.
Wow, Mulan.
So even though I am as sick and tired as everyone else of the live action remakes, this one actually has me excited. So you know what? Keep doing them. I might get this excited again for another one.
You're feeding the problem.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're an instigator with it, or enabler. You're enabling Disney. Yeah, I'm on the fence with this one. I watched Dumbo, and it was okay. I pretty much just went to it to see because I know Tim Burton really loved the Dumbo movie and that he wanted to kind of make his own version of it in a way. Beauty and the Beast was great. Cinderella, I remember watching that one, and it was okay. But not. I probably won't ever watch Aladdin. I'm not too sure I'll watch Lion King because I'm with Guy. It feels like Disney, the creative side of Disney that made Disney what it is, has gone bankrupt, and they're they're lost. They seem just completely lost and unable to come up with new ideas, and so they're having to rely on Star Wars and Marvel and Pixar and other properties to do those. And and nothing coming out of just straight out of Disney is on the level of what it used to be, and so they're having to just remake. And it feels like that whole DVD on onslaught that we had of Cinderella 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Lion King 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and all, whatever.
In conventions and Square Enix.
You know, there are other fairy tales out there that they could tap into. I mean, that was Disney shtick.
Right.
You know, these weren't all original ideas anyway. They were adaptations of other people's work.
Correct.
Now they're just adapting their own work that was an adaptation in the first.
Right.
Find some more stories to adapt.
Exactly.
There's more tales out
Plenty
there.
of stuff out there. You just
You
open
know, there's
a book.
more, more modern stuff that they could probably tap into, fairy tales, like stuff. I'm sure. So get an R&D department together that's reading books.
Seems like the only thing Disney has now is a property acquisition firm. It seems like that's pretty much all they've become.
Right. They're nothing but lawyers and no more creative thinking stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what's disheartening to me. And while this looks beautiful, I mean, it looks, the costumes, the setting, it looks
Absolutely.
beautiful. The action in just, I mean, this teaser's only not even a minute and a half long, and I can see that a lot went into getting action sequences right, and the training involved and all that. So I see so much effort put into this film, and it kind of breaks my heart because I just don't think it's gonna hit the mark.
Yeah.
It looks like good acting, good production. I think one of the biggest issues I have for this trailer is like, what is it really trying to be? Because on one hand, it looks like they're trying to go for a historical drama.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be from the animated film? Because the logo is the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear an instrumental for reflections in the background. So obviously they're going to start mining that nostalgia from the animated series, which they're trying to distance themselves from, but apparently not too far from, so they can still bring in all the people. Hey, I saw this 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Great story, and I think, well, as a historical piece, I think it has value, but do with it because it's very, and I'm in the minority. It'll probably do well because everyone gets that nostalgia bug and will go run and see it based off that, even though they have it in their video.
Thinking about the market.
Yeah, the Asian market will, because they've got such huge
Numbers.
box office numbers over there. And Aladdin did surprisingly a lot better than I expected worldwide. I mean, it made an insane amount of money that I did not expect it to do.
Yeah.
But Dumbo flopped, didn't it?
It
didn't do as well, I don't think.
It didn't do as well. I'm not sure if it's made its money or not.
I think my big gripe for these remakes, and it's not even just Disney, it's the other thing. Remakes make sense in the theater because you have works that are out of production, and you see a new production of it, and there's a reimaginings. They don't do the same stagings. There's different actors' choices, and while you can have those in films, you are constantly going to be compared side by side with footage, with actual frames of the person who did it originally and the person who comes in next. And I just feel like it, even if it's a shot-for-shot remake, like what's the point? And even then, most of the shot-for-shot remakes are animated themselves, so it's like, what are you really doing? And then it just feels very, like you said, cash grab and bankrupt ideas.
Few I've heard of Lion King so far, they say it's a total shot-for-shot remake. If you liked the animated Lion King, you will get the exact same thing here, except just differently animated
and with different voices. Which I'm like, what's the point?
Right.
And
It's
they've
not
also
doing
they're
anything.
running into the issue. They've pretty much tapped all their '90s films. I mean, I guess they'll have to go back to other things. I think they have Hunchback and Tarzan left from the '90s era, and then
Ooh, yeah.
they're done. I mean, they don't have anything left from that Renaissance era.
Yeah, and
Right.
live action Tarzan movies just never do well. They keep trying.
Yeah.
They keep trying.
Tarzan, the game changer. Probably not, but here we go.
Right.
I guess we should do the round table fun of what do we think.
Yep. So, Guy, trash or cash? What's it got for you?
Gosh, I miss the old days of Disney. You know, I've had a long from films, and not seeing them innovate new ideas just kind of hurts me on a level that I don't like admitting. Just hoping they run out or people get tired of them. I feel like there's a fatigue setting in, and I just hope it carries through where it's like concepts again. I miss that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to womp and trash this. Although I think it's really beautiful and I wish it well. I won't see it. I have the original. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not offering me anything really new. I can spend my time better.
Right.
I'll go see it twice to make up for Baltimore's not
Oh wow.
Because I'm not watching it.
going.
You're gonna be one of those weirdos that's in the audience all the time. It's like you again.
Don't
Yeah.
look at him.
This is a good part. Yeah, so it's got my cash. Like I said, I'm a sucker for this genre of
Mhm.
movies to begin with. Any chance to see this on a big screen? They're so few and far between these days that, you know, regardless its heritage or where it's from, I'm glad it's here, and I will happily give it my money.
Okay.
All right.
I'm on the fence. I want to trash this, because I'm so tired of Disney just rehashing and not being creative enough to come up with something new. Um, but then I see the beauty of it, and I did enjoy Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon a lot when it first came out, and so I'm seeing essences of that in this. So I'm wondering, will I maybe give it like early matinee cash, or wait and when it comes out on DVD, or maybe I'll stream it at one point in time, so I may end up watching it someday. It just may not be in the theater. I don't know.
In the middle, just show up 45 minutes late to the movie.
Right?
So it's like you don't all the way commit, but you still got some of it.
Right. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe, when I get Disney Plus and it winds up on there, maybe I'll spend 2 hours watching it on a weekend then. Maybe.
You're gonna download Disney Plus. You're gonna walk into the theater like, "Hey, didn't buy a ticket. Oh, I got Disney Plus. I gotta, just walk in and see if they."
Yeah.
That's
See,
how that works,
Is
right?
that how that works?
Yeah, I thought-
See if they just let you walk.
thought this was like a whole thing,
Yeah.
I'm not against the story and concept of Mulan. I'm against the remake of Mulan. That's my
Yep.
issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same here. It's just the remaking of it. I think if something is good as it was, it doesn't necessarily need to be remade.
Yeah.
But
20 years later, or in this case, dump out your whole. They've dumped out all these films in like 2 years. It's not even you get a breather. They've dumped out like 8 of these films in the last 2 years. So it's
Right.
like
you're feeling,
a decade
Just-
right now.
yeah, just dumped on you, and you're trying to crawl out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get you. So you felt
Yeah, maybe that's the problem with the fatigue. It is literally all just boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, like almost every other month it seems. It's
Right.
like, here you go, here's another one. It's like,
right.
slow down.
They didn't learn from Star Wars and how
Yeah.
they did that. They're not, but
Grounds.
But you, dear viewer out there, let us know what you think about this teaser trailer, and are you excited for this? Is it a new, are you part of the new generation that is going to appreciate this film and that? But if you haven't seen the original, I highly suggest that you go
Yes.
and check that out even before going to see this film. But
It'll
yeah,
make a man out of you.
And
that's
you have a
right.
year to do that.
Yeah, you have a year.
Not coming out
Yeah,
till next
this
year.
is spring 2020 is when this one's coming out. So you got plenty of time. Plenty of time. So, but leave us some comments down below what you think. Do you agree with any of our opinions? Do you disagree? And you want to? We're more than welcome to have some collaboration and debate with people's thoughts and opinions and stuff. So definitely give us some comments down below. And make sure you can check out all our additional content that's on our channel at Total Geek Live. And you can find us on social media. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Everything is at Total Geek Live. And that's all we have for this edition of Trailer Trash. It's all geek to us. You have an awesome, awesome day. Bye.
Oh, and he will find you.
Make a note of this. This ain't on you. This ain't on your cow.